When Doom was announced on the Switch, I think I peed a little. However, I was skeptical, because I doubted they would be able to deliver a smooth 60 FPS experience, which I hoped for, as it seemed to be one of their aims working on the game before.
And, you know, figuring out how the hell are we gonna hit 60, you know, on the consoles.
I did see potential in the game though. Being on the Switch could allow the devs to make use of the hardware and include things like motion controls to improve the shooter experience on console. When more details about the game were announced, it was clear that it would run at 30 FPS. I felt quite upset at the time, and especially when hearing about major frame drops, I wasn't very excited. There was also not any mention of the motion controls whatsoever, so I felt quite disappointed and I swore to never pick it up. As you can see, I did it anyway. Did I regret that? No, not at all. This game was just what I needed to spice up my trip to school, or school in general. Being able to play Doom, one of my favorite games, wherever I want, it's incredible. So far I've played it in the train, during someone's presentation, quote unquote working at school, during lectures. I even played it queuing for a theme park ride. It's fantastic. Do I recommend you get it as well? Maybe? It really depends. I think it's a very personal thing. There's a certain way I make use of my Switch. I either play in the train or I take it to friends. So the games I enjoy on it are either games I can play for short periods of time on the train, or games I can play with friends locally. Another person might use the Switch as a home console and play for extended periods of time. So it's really hard to determine what game is the game for you and whether or not you should get this game on the Switch or elsewhere. I think Doom brings another issue to this. It would have not fit in either of the two categories I enjoy if it weren't for the fact that I've already beaten it 3 times on PC. I already knew the levels, so if I quit playing and picked it back up, I still knew what to do or where to go. If I'd be playing for the first time, I'd probably get lost, especially in more open levels like the first Hell level. I don't think Doom is extremely inviting for shorter play sessions if you're playing it for the first time. And I mean very short play sessions. Levels usually take about 20 to 30 minutes, but I sometimes play even less than that. And then there's the fact that this is a shooter on console. That could be a turn off for you as well. Personally, I haven't played a shooter on console since I got my PC around 5 to 6 years ago. And before that, all I had played was Splinter Cell Blacklist on the Wii U, albeit for like 60 hours. In any case, I'm not very used to the controls and aiming with a control stick. While playing for the first time, I had to get used to the camera control, especially since I'm used to playing with an inverted X-axis on consoles, which is not possible in this game. It took me quite a while to get used to, but once I did, I had a blast for sure. Even the frame rate being kept at 30 and sometimes dropping below that didn't bother me so much. What mattered was that I could fight like hell on the go. If you're considering buying this game, ask yourself, what type of Switch player am I, and does this game really suit that style? If you use your Switch as a home console and you have a computer that can run Doom, I'd recommend you get it on the computer, obviously. Nothing beats mouse aim. If you have a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, obviously get it on either of those. Nothing beats 60 FPS. If you don't have any of those, or you just want to play Doom on the go like I do, obviously get it on Switch. If you haven't played it yet, you want to get it on Switch and you are unsure whether or not it's the game for you, and you also have a different console, consider downloading a demo on PlayStation 4, Xbox One or PC. It's free. Hopefully that makes sense. Now before you do end up buying it, there's a few things I'd like to point out. These are things that I found to be quite annoying while playing through the game on Switch. There's not a lot of control customization. You can change the sensitivity, revert the Y-axis but not the X-axis, and there's no rebinding of buttons, only a few choices of control layouts. There are quite a few audio related bugs. These range from a very annoying rip headphones deaf noise, I haven't been able to record it, but I did ask a friend to recreate it, and he did a really good job at that. Jonas, can you do the...
Yeah.
Shut up, Tom! I'm recording this, Tom!
You record what? I don't want to be recorded. What are you
Tom,
recording?
no, Jonas, can you do the
You-
bass? Fuck off! Can you do the bass thing
I can try. When do you want it?
right now?
Oh god.
And another audio bug involves the audio going very quiet until you reach the end of the level. And one more audio bug was that I paused the game during a cutscene once, and the dialogue kept playing while in the cutscene, and it later kind of messed up the cutscene, but that was mainly funny. It wasn't very annoying.
We'll have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. Neither of us will survive the meltdown.
I also haven't been able to recreate this bug. It was a one-time thing, so I'm not sure if it's a big issue. A more annoying bug that I've seen other users complain about as well was being unable to navigate in menus. So far this has happened to me twice. The first time in the main menu, making me unable to switch save files or select levels. And the second time it happened in the middle of a level, making me unable to select which weapon mod I wanted to unlock, select which attribute I wanted to unlock, or purchase weapon upgrades. Restarting the software doesn't fix this. The whole console has to be restarted, and not even in the normal restart way. You have to fully shut down the console and boot it back up. And lastly, there are some minor bugs that you might get with every game. Enemies not doing the animation they're supposed to, or sometimes you can get stuck in a wall. This has only happened like once to me in my 30-ish hours of playthrough. One tip that I have for you is that if you're stuck in a wall and you have the Gauss Cannon, you could try to use it to boost you out. It gives you quite a bit of knockback. And that's about it. Hopefully this video helped you get a bit of an opinion on Doom on the Switch. Are you interested in buying it? Or do you already have it? Share below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.